Hello everyone, my name is NerdBuilder and I'd like to welcome you back into another episode of MineColonies. I hope you're having a great day so far. So we're standing over here by our farm today because I felt it was the easiest way to show, but as you could see, the water has started to, well, it has frozen over. In fact, and that means we are heading into our second winter. And, you know, we got a pretty good harvest this year. I didn't get a chance to harvest yet. It's fine, you know, it doesn't break apart. I made sure this year to get the sugar cane because in years past, or in the last year, years past, like we've done this multiple times, but in the last year, all the sugar cane had unfortunately disappeared after I forgot to run and collect it because the water froze over and the sugar cane broke. So this year I caught it just as, you know, I noticed that the ground had started to change to more of like a coolish type of tint. And yeah. So overall, a good harvest year, which is why, again, I can't stress enough to stay on top of your farming if you're going to be using the seasons pack. So a lot's been going on in our colony. So this week on the live streams, and especially after the last episode, with all the crazy things going on, this week during one of our live streams, we had upgraded our builder to a level 2, which he just finished a few seconds before I started recording. I was just gathering some resources, but he has built us a level 2 builder. So it's the first time we've gone above level 1 on any of our buildings so far. And it took a good amount of material in order to do so. And some fidangling with this architect's cutter, which it took a little while. So on one of the live streams, I was trying to figure out because it was asking for like a thin, like a paper extra, and it took the longest time to try to figure that out. And it ended up being that I was using oak logs instead of oak planks, which had given me the wrong material because it's so hard to tell. And the difference between the design that I was looking at and the design it was supposed to be was that the wood was just slightly darker. So it's one of those things because, again, I tested it out. I didn't build too much and I could see the sun setting. But, you know, a lot of these designs look so similar. You know, make sure to use the JEI and, you know, maybe only test build one at a time so you're not burning through too many resources because I've made that mistake a few times. And let's see why the door's open here. Someone sneak in here? No, maybe I forgot to close it. All right, so let's just sleep really quick. And I'm just going to show a little bit more of the builder's hut before we move on to our project for today. The builder's hut at level 2, and the reason we ended up doing it was I was actually planning on upgrading one of the houses to level 2 this week, and it turned out we couldn't upgrade the house until we got the builder's hut upgraded. So hence why we did the builder's hut. Here we're okay. We do have a spare worker, which is what I was concerned about for our next project, but we'll be looking probably to upgrade the house after this episode here. But just to show the inside, so again, it has gotten bigger and the material has changed slightly. You can see here he kind of expanded this out, and, you know, instead of just a log there, you know, now he has a furnace back there. And the new addition is we have it downstairs now, so he has more storage room because he keeps complaining he doesn't have enough room. This is the frame paper extra I was talking about there. And yeah, so he's got a couple extra racks down here, and likely I'm guessing this will grow a little bit more. It looks like there's another staircase here, so I don't know if eventually they're planning something or if it's just a design for a level 3. But we'll be a little ways away because, you know, I was taking a look to see what the design needed was, and for level 3, and you can tell it is a lot of material, and you start to get a little bit more advanced materials too. So I mean, rails. I mean, I guess not super advanced, but, you know, different colors of wool and whatnot, which to this point we haven't had much with dyes or whatnot. So you're going to have to start, I think, especially when we start getting to that point, you know, starting to automate some things to help out with supplies. So that's the builder's hut here. Again, it's looking, I think it looks really cool. And, I'm happy we have it now because, again, we have a few buildings that, we're probably going to look to upgrade. So we should be set for a little while, with our builder's hut here. And the other thing just of note is we have a second guard tower, not yet constructed, but I have it in one of the chests right here. So when we made the guard tower, we actually got 2 blocks. Not by mistake. I didn't, double click. It was just it gave 2 blocks. So just as a note, because I was thinking a little bit more about it, and I think, I think what we're going to do is we're going to end up putting the other guard tower over. Oh, fell. Somewhere over there. Just because, again, protection is pretty thin over here. And that way we can, make sure, because the raider attacks, and it happened on live stream. We had a raider attack from the northeast over that way. Only 2 people, but they are somewhat frequent. Because again, the one happened in the episode, and then the one happened just about a live stream and a half later. So there was about, maybe 2 or 3. So, I mean, I guess not terribly frequently, but it's not something that's very rare. So it is something to anticipate, which is why, again, you want to make sure that you're ready there. But anyways, so the building project, enough talking, I'm sure. But just some updates about what's been going on. And, because we had started the builder's hut on stream, but I didn't get a chance to finish it on stream. So this is the completed builder's hut here. But today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building a university. And, I've been getting a lot of suggestions in the comment section about different builds. I considered a warehouse, and I've considered, some other buildings like a hospital. But I've chosen a university because the university is kind of the precursor for the hospital. And we've been getting colonists sick somewhat we've had a couple of them get sick so far. And it's not too hard to cure them, but it would be nice to have a hospital too. So, but I do want to get the research started. So I figured today what we're going to do is we're going to build a university. And I think we're going to end up putting it somewhere over, depending on the size, because again, this thing is going to be, I think, somewhat massive. So it is something potentially we might put over here. We do have some open space, and again, that's why we've been clearing back the land little by little. A little bit of an eyesore right now there, but yeah, I think this area might be. Have to see how big it is. So in order to get the necessary block for the university, we are going to need a couple oak planks or any type of planks, 2 books, and then our builder's tool. So what I'm going to do is, and I have, let's make sure nothing's sneaking up on us. Here we go. I know we had some leather, and I'm going to have to break down, what do we need for a, if I could spell, and there, but I think we're going to have to break down and make some more paper. Here, and I'm going to use it. I always forget the formula for it. That's right. Okay. So we only need 2 books. And again, first time we made them. So we'll just grab that, and let me just drop the leather into here. Just clear up another space. I have to do some sorting over here soon. And we're also going to need some more. We'll just make a few more here. And now we can get started. So we can go just like this. So a little bit different because normally we'll put a block on the bottom here, but not in this situation. We'll go here, here, and we'll go here. And you can see we get the new recipe for it. And I'll move my pickaxe out of the way. But now we have a university block. So let's take a look and see how massive this actually is. Here, use build tool. And let me see, university, there we go. Alright, so let's see what the stone one looks like. Alright, so this is a level 1. So this is how much space. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, I thought it was 2 separate buildings. Yeah, so this is massive. Let's see. Level 5. Alright, so I think it just engulfed our guard tower here. So this is going to be a... Wow, look at this on the inside too. Very impressive at that, I'll say, but this is going to take a lot of material, and I think we're going to end up having to go in this area. I think that's just glitched out. I don't think that's part of the, I don't think that's part of it. There. Let's see, the rose bush isn't... Oh, okay. So it was a little sunk into the ground. So we'll go a step up here with it. But we'll probably also let's see, we're going to have to reposition this, but let's see if we can even make it fit here. So this is pretty much going to take up this whole area. So let's see, we would want it to be at least that far away. So let's see what this does over here. Alright, so it leaves little to no room. I think we're going to have to make it work in this area, though. So let's see, I'll probably end up pushing it back a little bit. Hope we won't. Nyla's in the way just a bit. But let's move this back. Here, how are we looking at level 1? Are we okay for now? Or is this going to be... Oh, got to be careful where we're walking still. It's easy to fall into a dangerous area there. So let's see, we could raise it. That would be a little raise where we could put a nice little stool area, or a nice little stair there. Okay, so right now, this is pretty much the absolute, which I could take some of this down to create a little bit more space, but that's going to have to be the absolute back for now anyways. There, and then let's see what this does now at level 5. So now we could have it back. I could bring it back forward. This is always a tough thing, because again we're doing a little bit of planning here. It'd be nice to have it at an equal road, like kind of, you know, because eventually I want to put a street in, but I think. So like just about here, I guess. Alright, so it doesn't leave much room over here. So, but eventually I guess this area... So I guess maybe if we're going to have a road, it'll have to come down this way. And eventually we'll have to get rid of this, and then maybe we'll end up moving this. We'll shift it back a little bit from where it is. There, because that's going to be a massive building, and that's pretty much going to take up, you know, the rest of the town space back here. So we're going to have to build a little bit more over there, but I think this is the area that we're going to end up starting it. So let's look at... Okay, so it starts back a little indented there. I guess we can leave it up. So let's go ahead and confirm. And that is a massive build area there. So I can see the sun setting in the distance there. So it'll be a little tight. It'll be a little tight up here. But we will, you know, eventually we'll be putting roads in and everything. So I guess this will be the main road coming down here, and then we'll go around there. We'll just kind of have the guard tower. Maybe we'll have like a path going back this way. You know, to head back down the hill here to the rest of our town here. But let's take a look and see. Okay, there's the block. Let's take a look and see what we need here, just to get a good idea. And alright, so doesn't look too bad. Spruce store, which is why, you know, we planted the spruce trees up there. Smooth stone slab. Okay, so some training stuff. A block of redstone. Okay. Iron ore. A bell. Wow, look at that. 1801 cobblestone. 1801 cobblestone. That is insane. Okay, so I'm going to have some work to do on my end here. This episode is probably going to be coming out a little bit later than it normally would. But what we'll do is as always, we're gonna zoom out here. I'm gonna do the best that I can to gather all of these materials, which is extensive, and we'll come back in and we will take a look. So hang out here, and I will be back in just a second. Okay, and I just want to check back in very quickly here because it's actually been a few days in between when I'm recording this clip and when I had started the episode. This project is a massive, massive undertaking. You know, it took me 2 live streams and a little bit of work on my own to be able to get, well, about 99.99% of the materials. And as you can see in the interim, winter has just concluded. The snow is still melting, but this is our second day of spring right now, so we did survive another winter, and it really had slowed down progress a lot. You could see Maddox had already started to, and looks like Zaria wants to be part of the clip here. It looks like Maddox had already started building with some supplies that he had, but I just want to put in the context about how much material this actually took, because we took the mountain back a few more ways, and there's one thing, and I'll show it in a second, but this is all the material so far that I've gathered, and it was quite a challenge to get all this, especially the bell. I had to go across the ocean to go get steel from a village, because you can't craft a bell even with, at least not that I'm aware of, with the Dormum Ornamatum, so I had to go steal one from a village. They didn't seem to mind too much there, but you could see all the other materials and how much it took, and those are just with the other type of materials. Now I'm just going to show, for contrast, how much cobblestone we need, which I stored over here. We're pretty much going to need all of this. I think I have a little bit extra here, but I think we needed about 29 rows of stacks of cobblestone, which I got a lot of dirt in the process too, but that is how much this is going to take, and it's extensive, and this is by far, I think, the biggest build I've done, even just in Minecraft in general, with the amount of materials needed there. And I still need to get some redstone, because believe it or not, we haven't had any redstone yet in this game. I haven't held any yet, and that's because we haven't done a lot of mining. So what I'm gonna have to do again is I'm going to dip out, and I'm going to go mining and try to find some redstone, because I need about just 9 redstone, because all we need left is about 1 block of redstone, and we have all of the materials there. I might even set Maddox up with some of the materials that he's looking for while I go mining, and we'll check back in with the with the progress and see how it's going, and yeah, like I said, this has been quite the project. So be aware that if you're going to build the university, it's going to take a lot of material. And after this is done, we're going to be basically out of cobblestone and almost out of wood. So let me dip back out. I'm going to go get some redstone, and we'll come back. And Kane just ran right into us. We'll pop right back in, and we'll start the build. Right, and we're back, and as you could see just fading away on the screen there, and on the top of the screen, we currently have a pirate attack, and I could see everyone running back to the northeast, and I actually just got back. I was just about to start recording the next clip when that popped up, but we were able to go and get some redstone, which is really good. We have some left over there, and actually got the blocks, so we actually have everything that we need now, I believe. All of the materials, and I actually, because I went mining and I dug down pretty far. We got down the bedrock level, and we finally got our first 2 diamonds. We got our first lapis lazuli, and of course our first redstone there, and I got some deep slate iron as well. So we finally have all of the materials and are ready to start building after this attack is over. So I'm just actually going to drop some of this stuff off in here. We'll come back and sort through things later, but just in case I don't want to, well, the rest of the stuff's fine. So, you know, the first pirate attack happened before on one of our live streams, and let's see, at least Kane is patrolling now. I'm going to grab the boat because a pirate attack's a little bit different than a raider attack, and, you know, we fought through it on one of our live streams, but the big thing here is there's actually a spawner on the pirate ship, and until you destroy the spawner, the pirates are going to keep spawning. So you have to destroy it in order to stop the raid. So we're going to need the boat, and I think I know where they're going to end up landing because they came over here the last time as well. Again, a benefit of the ocean, you know, like we're cutting them off, you know, at least with like land raids. There's only like one or two directions they can, well, there's three, but it's a little bit more difficult for them to come off from this way. It slows them down. But the last time they kind of pulled over by the mouth of the river where we just had the boat docked. So we're going to see if we can meet them head on here. Keen is hopefully at the ready as well in case I need to get through. And let's see what we can see, if we can find any, if we can find the ship over here, because I'm presuming it's probably over here somewhere. But I could be wrong. Oh, they landed a lot closer this time. Alright, so let's try to, I don't know if any have spawned. Everyone is in bed luckily, and I could see there are some. I could see the spawner, and there it is. And let's try to destroy this immediately. Maybe I could try with my pickaxe. There we go. Alright, and I don't know if any have spawned. Oh, went under the ice. So let's just run back up really quick, and we'll come back and explore the ship. Oh, there is one. Okay, so here's a pirate. Here, I think we were able to cut this off pretty quick. Only one has spawned. Okay, and he's coming after me. Now, the thing I want to do is I want to see if Kane will actually fight him, because I've had some where Kane has not. He hasn't really participated that much in the raid. So I don't know where he ended up, because again, like here comes the pirate. So let me try to summon Kane. And we'll keep watch. Alright, so there's Kane. Here comes the pirate. I want to see if Kane's going to react to him. And yes, okay, here we go. So epic battle. Yes, okay, great. Because Kane so far, I was a little nervous about that. And it looks like he leveled up a little bit too. Alright, and it looks like the pirates are going to... It looks like we defeated the pirates. So the key thing is to really defeat that spawner right away. So there's only one. You can see all our colonists are coming out, so the attack is over. So we're going to go back and check. Sometimes there can be two spawners. I don't think that there is, considering that the raid is now... says it's over. And that, but there can be some loot on the boat as well. I'm happy to see that Kane was actually attacking him, because in the past there's been some issues with Kane has just kind of stood by while a raid was going on, and I took care of it. So that's kind of what I wanted to see, which is why I was very hands-off with the raid there. Alright, so let's see if there's anything. And alright, there is some stuff, so we'll take the gold, we'll take the nuggets. There seems to be that. It's actually pretty similar to the material in the last one, so I'm not sure if it's always the same. We'll take the empty map. We'll take the enchanting bottle, and I'll take the gunpowder. And I think I'm out of space. There, let's just run up. The ship will actually disappear after a little while. You know, I don't know who takes it, and there's nothing up here. Alright, let me out of here. Cannot fit down the hole. In we go. Okay. And while we're down here, let's just take a look under, because I don't think So this one's a little bit deeper than the other one, but I don't see much under there. So the banner will stay up for a little while. I don't see another one. We can quickly dig down a little bit, but I don't think. Get some stuff out of the way here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything really underneath there. Okay. Alright, great. So we'll put that back. There we go. Get our seeds. I don't think there's much. The lever doesn't really seem to do much. I thought I had reactivated it the last time when I did this. I think we'll leave everything else there. I took some of the redstone torches last time. I'm also out of inventory space. Okay. So that was I'm kind of glad that happened while while I'm recording, because that was something that came up for the first time on stream there. So not too difficult. We had a little bit more of an onslaught the last time that the ship had spawned further out, and by the time I got to the spawner, there was already about 5, 6, 7 pirates that had spawned. They do hit kind of hard, so it's something to keep in mind there. But anyways, now that everyone is out, Kane is taking a well-deserved nap. Let's see, I think Maddox should be over here, and he left the door open. There, so he needs a furnace, 326 cobblestone, 1 spruce stair, 2 cauldrons, okay, so he just wants a few things for right now. So, oh, did someone knock down the door? Did the pirate knock down the door? Because there was a door. Does Kane have it on? Or, I mean, sorry, does Maddox have it on him? Well, let's quickly just put a, I think it was just an oak door. Let's put that back on there and replace that. Okay, we'll give him his other doors back. So, okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to duck back out. We finally have all of the material, though. And what I'm going to do is, we're going to actually get the university up now. This is probably going to take a little while anyways to get this built. So let me duck out. We will, we'll check back in when the university build is complete, and we'll see what it looks like and check out the inside, because again, this is going to be a massive building. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and after many, many, many hours of building it, literally IRL time, it took, I think, about 2 to 3 hours for this whole thing to be put up here, and it was finally done. I think we actually skipped through spring into summer while this was going on, but we finally have a university, and this is what it looks like, a level 1 university here. And I do have some tips just from this, because again, I was monitoring the the build as it went on. I actually got a lot of stuff done. Otherwise, I did a lot of farming, and I came up with some plans for the next couple live streams and whatnot. But the basics of it, and you really want to be careful, and the reason I point this out is because I had actually logged out and logged back in, and while it was loading up, sometimes it'll show like the mobs it's like a glitch as it's loading. And Maddox, when he built this, had put the roof on but didn't put the torches. He doesn't put the torches up until the end. So there was a zombie in this one, and there was a creeper in this one. So I came through and I took care of both issues and lit it up. It looks like he removed the torch, so I had put it down on the ground, and it looks like he had put torches up himself, but he didn't do it till the end. And the reason I bring that up is because, again, if he had walked into either here or here, he likely would have died. Because again, they would have attacked him. Mobs will attack your colonist. So it's something to be careful of when you're building this, knowing that your builder may or may not light this up right away. So your builder likely will not light it up right away. So it's a good idea, especially when they start getting the roof on, to come through and put some torches in. But so we have a couple different rooms and classrooms here. We could see, they had some iron ore, some blocks here, and that. And then as we go around here, they kind of have like a nice little sitting area here. And then Amara has since been she has transitioned into the dean of our university here. From mining, I actually swapped out our miner while the construction was going on. And we can see over here we have a combat room here, so it looks like we can train some soldiers in combat. And Amara's running around there. And we have, of course, Amara's office, which we'll come right back to that. And we have a civilian room, which just appears to be some desks over here. Not much in this room. Again, this is just a level 1, so this will get substantially bigger. I know it looks a little indented from the rest of it, but it's actually going to line up when it's level 5 with where the guard tower is right now. So I do want to run in here to the office, and you can see Amara has greeted us as we walked in here. So, again, like all the other blocks, you can manage your workers, which I did hire Amara just because, again, I think she has the highest intelligence and knowledge. So she's actually, I think, like, in terms of attributes here, she's probably our best colonist. So you could see that, knowledge and that and mana look like they're useful here too. But the other thing too with the university and why I wanted to build it is you can actually research things here, so we could do one thing at a time, because again we only have Amara, who is our researcher here. So we have a couple different tech trees here, so you can see with the stamina there is an ask for it. So again, we need one, you have to give 1 carrot, or this is locked because we need at least requires houses totaling at least 3 levels, and then we need 3 books there. So we're kind of limited to what we can do at this time, building wise, and even here. So research requires guard tower. So look at this though, accuracy, guards need 500% less sleep, which is great because Kane's sleeping a lot. But we need 16 iron ingots, which are a little bit low on iron there. And then technology, we can also research here. So 64 bone meal for a biodegradable farm. Okay, that's cool. So, again, there's different levels and whatnot that you can go, and you can see that there's a time estimate there. So level 1 takes about an hour of time there. So I think we're actually going to research stamina, just because again I have a carrot on me and that's the easiest one. So let's run outside. Let me just go sleep really quickly. So we'll just hop in the bed, and then we'll finish up here. But I just have a few more thoughts, because this took a long time to do. And, I made a backup of this before and during and after, just because I was afraid that, this could go wrong, just because, again, it took such a long time to build this and a lot of material it's something, this was by far the largest build that we've done. And again, it's going to probably take a lot more if I had to guess, just to take a look and see what we need. What we need here to actually upgrade it. So you can see that there's quite a lot more redstone torches and that. So it's something to keep in mind. And we're also, there is a cost to researching. So you can't just research, you have to have certain requirements in order to research. So it's pretty cool, if you ever play like the Civilization games, or that. So it's just kind of introducing a tech tree there. But yeah, we finally have our university though, lo and behold. So, but in the meantime, just a quick update, as to what I was doing, I actually broke down and converted a lot of our animals into food, so I've been regenning them, and it looks like these crops have actually regrown because I did a lot of farming while I was waiting. And then again, as I mentioned, I had swapped out our miner. Amara was our miner. Now she's going to be at least for now, the head of our university here. And I also did a little work over here to help do this, and I actually went exploring a little bit in the caves, and just to show, because I hadn't gone this far back, but it turns out there's not much back here. So I wasn't sure how far back this actually went. It doesn't go that far. So I think what I'm going to do is actually turn this into a storage area. We need a storage area, and I think that's what I'm going to end up doing with it. So, but yeah, so I got a lot of other work done in the interim, but it's a good idea to keep tabs on your builder to see how they're doing, and to be able to grab them any other additional materials that they need. Because again, it is a lot of materials, and your builder cannot hold all of the materials all in one like in their inventory at once. Like they're going to have to run back and forth. So be prepared as well that it's going to take a while. Like I said, it took me somewhere between 2 to 3 hours for it to actually get built. So, but that's going to be the episode. I know it ran a little bit long here, and the episode's actually a little bit delayed, for between the last one, just because, again, how many resources and whatnot this took. But I'm happy with it. Like I said, I'm happy we were able to start researching now, and, we'll look to grow it, and yeah. So we'll be back with another episode shortly. I hope you enjoyed this look at building a university. Definitely a very time-consuming and resource-consuming build. If you did enjoy this video, please consider dropping a like down below. It does help the video to reach a wider audience. And if you do like this type of content, please consider subscribing. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and it really does help out the channel. Again, my name is Nerd Builder. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.